Okay, in today's video, we'll see amortized analysis. Amortized analysis means finding average running time per operation over a worst case sequence of operation. In an amortized analysis, the time required to perform a sequence of data structure operation is averaged over all the operations performed. It can be used to show that the average cost of an operation is small if one averages over a sequence of operations. Okay, while a particular operation in a sequence may be expensive, this operation may not occur often enough to make the average cost expensive. An amortized analysis guarantees the average performance of each operation in the worst case. It determines the average time without the use of probability. Okay, so there is a difference between average case analysis and amortized analysis. In average case analysis, we are averaging over all possible inputs, and in amortized analysis, we are averaging over a sequence of operations. Okay, so it means the purpose is to accurately compute the total time spent in executing a sequence of operations on a data structure. Okay, so basically there are three different approaches. First one is aggregate analysis. Aggregate analysis means where the total running time for a sequence of operation is analyzed. Second method is accounting method. In this method, where we imposed an extra charge or inexpensive operations and use it to pay for expensive operations later on. And third approach is potential method, in which we derive a potential function characterizing the amount of extra work we can do in each step. Now we'll see these three approaches one by one. So first approach is aggregate analysis. Okay, uh, it is a kind of analysis in which the analysis is made over sequence of n operation, and these operations actually take worst case time t of n. Okay, it means sum of time required to execute all operation in a sequence is t of n. So in worst case, an amortized cost per operation is t of n divided by n. Okay, here t of n is nothing but total cost of all sequential operation, and n is nothing but number of operation. So amortized cost, that is average cost per operation here is t of n divided by n. Okay, this makes no distinction between operation types. Okay, it means now suppose if we consider one example. Okay, here suppose we have 5 operations in a sequence. For first operation, suppose we required time 1. For second operation, we required time 1. For third operation, same time 1. For fourth, we required time suppose 2. And for operation number 5, we required time 10. Okay, so t of n is nothing but 10 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is equals to 15. And that is number of operation is equals to 5. So amortized cost is equals to 15 divided by 5, that is equals to 3. Okay, so we'll see one example implementing stack as an array. So basically we are performing different operation on a stack, like push operation is there, pop operation is there. Okay, push means suppose if we want to push object push, or we can say if we want to insert object x onto the stack s. Okay, that is push operation. Second one is pop. Pop means removing topmost element from the stack. Okay, so to insert or to push element, we required cost 1. Okay, because in a stack, top pointer point out the topmost position. Okay, and here we directly insert element on that position. Okay, so it means to insert element we required cost 1. Okay, to remove element, we remove element which is present at top position. Okay, if we use pop function. Okay, this pop s means it removes element which is present at the topmost position in a stack s. Okay, so it required time 1. and one more function is there, that is multi-pop. Okay, the difference between pop and multi-pop function is, in a pop function we remove only one element which is present at the top of the stack. Okay, in a multi-pop there are two parameters for multi-pop function. First parameter is stack s and second parameter is k. So here in multi-pop function we removes or we pops the k top objects. Okay, so total cost of this multi-pop is the minimum from size of stack or k, which is the minimum, that is the total cost of multi-pop. Okay, now suppose if you consider this example, here there are three elements in a stack. Okay, suppose if here we use pop function, it removes element which is present at the topmost position. Okay, so here element at the top is u. Okay, it means pop function removes only one element, that is u. But here instead of pop, if we use multi-pop function, okay, and suppose k is value of k we passed as a 3. Okay, so it removes all three elements, okay, from this stack. Okay, and now suppose one more example we consider. Here in a stack there are three elements and we pass value of k as a 4. Okay, so here it removes all three elements. Okay, and total cost of this multi-pop operation is s, that is size of stack. So size of stack is 3 and value of k is 4. Okay, so minimum from 3 comma 4, so 3 is minimum. So total cost of multi-pop operation is 3. Okay, so here in aggregate analysis function, okay, we find out average cost. Okay, so largest cost of an operation is n. Okay, and in worst case bound cost is at most n into n, that is big O of n square. Okay, this cost is correct but not tight. Okay, so this is about aggregate analysis. In this we find out average cost of each operations. Okay, now second method is accounting method. Okay, this method is based on the charges that are assigned to each operation. Okay, the idea of accounting method is like this. Suppose here we assign different charges to different operations. Okay, uh, with some operation charge more or less than they actually cost. Okay, the amount we charge an operation is called its amortized cost. Okay, when an operation's amortized cost exceeds its actual cost, the difference is assigned to specific object in the data structure, and we know that we call that data structure as a credit. Okay, it means here amortized cost is equals to actual cost plus credit. Okay, it means here we assign some extra uh, uh, some other value other than the actual cost, and that is nothing but the amortized cost. Okay, so amortized cost is equals to actual cost plus credit. Okay, and when an operation's amortized cost exceeds its actual cost, the difference is assigned to the credit, or we can say that difference we accumulate in a credit part. Okay, credit can be used later on to help pay for operations whose amortized cost is less than their actual cost. Okay, so here we'll see one example. Okay, suppose same example stack. Okay, so in a previous example we have seen to insert element into the stack we required time, that is one unit, and to remove element we require time 1. And in multi-pop operation, that is the minimum from k or size of stack, whichever is the minimum we consider, that is the size that we consider as a time required to perform multi-pop operation. Okay, so now here we assign amortized cost for push function is 2. Okay, just see the difference. Actual cost of push operation is 1, pop operation is 1, and multi-pop operation is minimum value from k and s. Okay, amortized cost for push function we assign 2, amortized cost for pop function is 0, and for multi-pop is 0. Okay, Now we'll see one example here. Okay, now suppose if we now consider stack is empty. Initially stack is empty. Now when we first insert element A, okay, so we assign amortized cost 2, okay, but actual cost of push function is 1. Okay, it means to push element A onto the stack we required actual cost 1, and that 1 additional is accumulated into credit. Okay, likewise when we insert second element, okay, it uses actual cost 1 and additional 1 is accumulated into credit. Likewise if we insert suppose 4 elements, so credit is equals to 4. Now suppose if we want to remove element, okay, we assign amortized cost, that is 0, but actual cost of pop operation is 1. Okay, it means to remove element from stack or to pop element from stack we required cost 1. So but in amortized cost we assign for pop function we assign value 0. It means it uses that cost 1 from credited. Okay, it means in a credit suppose we are having 4 unit, so to perform pop operation we use 1 credit, that is 4 minus 1, and we use that minus 1 that 1 credit to remove element from stack. Okay, so here this is the explanation. For push actual cost is 1, to store the extra 1 as a credit associated with the pushed element, and to pay for popped element, okay, we are using that cost from credited 1 using the associated credit. Okay, for any sequence of n push, pop and multi-pop operation, the total amortized cost is an upper bound on the total actual cost. Okay, since the total amortized cost is big O of n, so is the total actual cost. Okay, now next method is potential method. Okay, this method is similar to the accounting method in which the concept of prepaid is used. Okay, so in this method there will not be any credit, but there will be some potential energy or potential which can be used to pay for further operation. Okay, instead of associating potential with specific object, it is associated with the data structure as a whole. Okay, so here we consider amortized cost of ith operation with respect to potential function, and this is defined as here ci with this cap is denoted for amortized cost. Here amortized cost is equals to actual cost plus potential difference in a current state and in a previous state. Okay, okay, this is the formula for amortized cost. Amortized cost is equals to actual cost plus potential difference. Okay, the amortized cost of each operation is therefore its actual cost plus the increase in a potential due to the operation. Okay, it means now it means suppose if you want to perform any operation, okay, after performing what is the potential, and before performing that operation what was the potential, we find out the difference between these two states and between these two operation is nothing but this difference. Okay, and first is the actual cost, so sum of these two is nothing but the amortized cost. Okay, if the potential difference of the ith operation is positive, then the amortized cost represent an overcharge to the ith operation and the potential of the data structure increases. Okay, and second case is if the potential difference is negative, then the amortized cost represent an undercharge to the ith operation and the actual cost of the operation is paid by the decrease in the potential. Okay, for that again we will see a stack example. Okay, in a first method, that is in a aggregate analysis, we have seen cost for push operation is 1, for pop is 1. Okay, and for multi pop is minimum from s, that is size of stack, or k. Okay, now and in a second method, that is in a accounting method, we have we assign amortized cost for push function 2, for pop function 0, and for multi pop 0. Okay, now here, okay, so we consider push operation here. Okay, So potential difference is potential in a ith state minus potential in a I minus 1th state. Okay, that is s plus 1 minus s is equals to 1. Okay, like suppose to insert any element into the stack, okay, it means to perform push operation here, we consider potential as a size of the stack. Okay, now consider if in a stack there are 4 elements. Okay, it means size of stack is 4. Okay, now in a fifth step, we inserting one element into the stack. Okay, it means in a ith iteration, or in the ith iteration, we insert one more object. Okay, after inserting this object, means after performing this push function, size of the stack is 5, and before inserting this element, size was 4. Okay, so potential difference, for potential here we consider size of the stack. So 5 minus 4, that is 1. Potential difference is 1. Okay, so if we consider this formula, okay, to find out amortized cost of push function, actual cost is 1. Okay, and the potential difference is 1, that is 1 plus 1, and amortized cost is 2. That we already seen in the second case, that is accounting method. We assign amortized cost 2 for the push operation. Okay, so by this equation, amortized cost of push function is 2. Okay, now now we have to find out amortized cost of pop function. Okay, we in a second method we assign amortized cost for pop function 0. Okay, and actual cost was 1. Okay, now suppose in a stack there are 5 elements. Okay, and now if we want to perform pop operation, okay, before pop there are 5 elements, it means size of the stack is 5. Okay, once we perform pop operation, now size pop function removes topmost element. Okay, after removing element, size of stack is 4. Okay, so potential difference is current size is 4, previous size was 5. So 4 minus 5, that is equals to minus 1. Okay, it means potential difference in a pop function is minus 1, and actual cost of pop is 1. So amortized cost of pop function is 1 minus 1, that is equals to 0. Okay, so that is 1 minus 1, that is equals to 0. Okay, so this is about amortized analysis and 3 different approaches: aggregate analysis, accounting method, and potential difference. Okay, thank you.